Hey, this is Pat, and today we are checking out the all-new Leatt 7.5 FlowTour Jacket. Now, if you haven't noticed, Leatt is jumping and leaping, I'd say, into the ADV realm with a whole new setup, 3 new jackets and pants, some new boots, some new gloves as well, and I'm really digging what they're doing with the line. They've been in dirt, they've been in enduro, and they've been across a few different segments. I love that they're taking what they know from what they've learned over the years and applying it to the ADV segment. This FlowTour jacket is one that I am 100% going to be adding to my closet because I dig the features across the entire line. I think it's got the best features that they have. But before I get too long-winded in it and I get too a little excited about how much I like this jacket, let's talk about the overall fit. I got Norman on my left. He is 6'3". He's very tall. He's 225 pounds with a 44-inch chest. I have him currently in a size extra large. Now, if you look at their size chart, he's right on the cusp of a large at the very top end, extra large at the very low end, but the extra large I think is fitting him spot on, especially when you consider it has a waterproof liner under there, comes with chest armor included, and comes with a back protector, and it's fitting him right out of the box. I really dig the fit that's going on here, especially considering this is my size. This is probably going to be the one I'm going to steal after the shoot and get out and actually ride in. But looking at the overall fit, you can really see it comes in sizes ranging from small up to 5 extra large, which is awesome for you bigger riders out there. Comes in 3 different colorways. We have them in this cool camo gray, and it's priced around $500 to $540, depending on which size and color you choose from. So just keep that in mind. Now, when you're looking across the line, they also have the Dry Tour and the Multi-Tour. If you're trying to figure out which one's right for you, the Dry Tour would be a little bit more touring oriented versus this ADV heavy outfit. A little bit more touring, but it's a laminated waterproof with a thermal. So think colder months of the year. And then the Multi-Tour does what the other two kind of try to do. It has a thermal liner included in it. It has some ventilation in there. It has that waterproof. So it's more 3 to 4 seasonality. If you're looking at the FlowTour, just like the name implies, without that waterproof liner in there, it's going to flow a ton of air. So it's great for ADV riding in those hotter months of the year. But let's start talking about some of the features that we're seeing with the new 7.5 FlowTour. The main construction all the way throughout is going to be a polyester ripstop in all the key abrasion zones, which helps get it that CEAA abrasion rating all the way throughout. But you have mesh panels at the chest, down the back, on the inner sleeves that I think help flow air through this at an exponential rate. I think this is going to flow tons of air. If you're someone like Spurgeon, who sweats a lot while he's out on the trails, if you're like me that just runs hotter, this is a great option, especially if you remove that waterproof liner. Or if it's a colder morning when you get out of camp, you can wear that waterproof liner underneath or over top and really start to get those cold mornings or cold nights covered while taking it off and running through the hot day. So a lot of great seasonality with it. Like I said, I'm a really big fan. I hope that's coming across. I really dig what Leatt is doing in it. I swear by Leatt when it comes to knee braces, boots, so I like what they're doing with their new ADV line. Let's start at the top, kind of work our way down here. Underneath, you can see there is a Velcro on that waterproof liner inside of there. If you have that out, you just have a nice no snap, no closure collar with neoprene wrapped all the way around. At the shoulders, like I said, you got that polyester ripstop, and you have neck brace holsters. If you want to add a neck brace into this, which is where Leatt got their start, you can go ahead and add it in there and hold it down against your shoulders to make sure that it is in place should you go down. A little bit of a pass-through here. Hopefully Mike can see that on the second camera. A little bit of pass-through here for a hydration port. I'll show you the hydration pouch at the back, but you can route that through and come down the front and actually hook it into the front of the jacket. Underneath that polyester ripstop on the shoulders, you are getting CE level 2 armor up at the shoulders, the elbows CE level 2 at the chest, as well as at the back. So full coverage with Leatt's CE2 armor, which has a lot of ventilation in it, which I really dig. When we look at the bicep there, you can really see all that mesh coming down the inner sleeve, wraps around the lower bicep, and you get a snap adjustment up here at the bicep as well. Velcro adjuster though, down here at the forearm, more polyester ripstop at the outer elbow where you're going to tend to go down with external access to the elbow armor should you want to take it out if you're just getting to camp setting up. You don't want to take off the jacket, you can just remove the armor if you want. Mesh continues down the forearm, and then you have a zipper and Velcro closure just to go ahead and cinch down the cuff should you need to do it. I really dig that they added in the zipper as well because you can open it up if you don't have that waterproof liner under there, which you can see zips in at the sleeves as well. You can fold those up and get a little bit more airflow coming down and into your sleeves. If you're riding aggressively off-road, more air is always your friend. Coming up and looking at the chest, you do have a YKK zipper closure running all the way down to a Velcro garage at the base. The one thing I like, there's another zipper under here with that waterproof liner, so you can zip that out, remove it, and just run with this standard zipper right up front. Storage pockets at the upper chest, vertical storage pockets. The one thing I like, they are mesh back, so it's not going to hinder any airflow while it's going through. And even that chest armor, which you can kind of see the outline across Norman's chest, does have ventilation holes throughout, so it's going to allow that air to continue through if you're using all of them combined. 2 lower waterproof storage pockets at each side, and you can go ahead and turn to the side and hit that riding position for me. When we look at the side, you got, again, polyester ripstop running down the outside. I would have loved to see maybe a little bit more accordion stretch, or so just more stretch at the shoulders for that aggressive riding, but I'm not upset about it. I think Leatt did a fantastic job at just really honing in the fit, making sure that it's really comfortable in the riding position when you're out on the bike. You can see you have a slide adjuster waist at each side, and then you have a cinch cord on the inside should you need to cinch in the lower hem at the hip. But I like that they added this up top. If you run into any fitment issues with the sides of the jacket, you can go ahead and cinch it in and get a little bit more customized fit on that. You can go ahead and spin to the back for me. One thing I want to point out that I really dig, I haven't seen too many companies do out there, the internal waterproof liner actually snaps into place at the back of the collar. I dig that they do that. If you ever worn a waterproof liner that starts drooping in the back, sometimes that can cause water to go inside of your jacket and be uncomfortable for longer rides. So I like that they added that in there. It just really helps hold it in place while you're riding. You got a nice hanger at the back, and it is something that can, like I said before, incorporate the neck brace as they put the logo up there. Full CE level 2 back protector included out of the box, and you do have a hydration pouch here that you can hang a hydration bladder. One is not included, but if you want to add it in there, just keep in mind it's about a 1.5 liter capacity. That's good for most riders out there. If you're looking for something with like a 3 liter capacity, you just have to make sure you're adding a hydration pack over top because it will not fit in this pocket. So just keep that in mind. Mesh comes all the way down the middle of the back, and at the back you can see the reinforcements for the side adjuster as well as a top-loading mesh storage pocket. If you have wet gloves or even that waterproof liner, you can stuff it in there and keep it out of the way, and it's still going to dry off with that mesh covering under there. And you see a drop seat just to round out the entire back. You can go ahead and spin to the front, Norman, and go ahead and unzip. Let's see the inside of this jacket. As he's unzipping there, like I said, I pointed out earlier, there is that Velcro garage at the base to hold it in place. And you can see as he opens up, there is that second zipper for the waterproof liner. Again, the waterproof liner can be worn over top if you want. And it snaps out of the jacket on each side. And you can see that CE level 2 armor with the ventilation holes through at the chest, plenty of storage inside, and really you can see the finishedness of the jacket. It does have these snaps on there if you're wearing it around the campsite, if you're setting up, or if you're wearing it over top. It does have these unfinished snaps, but I'm not too upset about it because I like that they did that instead of a zipper. Just adds a little bit more to the complication when you're taking it off or putting it on or anything like that. But you have storage pockets on there, as well as a full circumference zipper at the back that you can connect it to the matching set of FlowTour pants, which will also have a video on if you want to check those out. Mesh interior liner, but again, the one thing I want to point out with this waterproof liner is that it's a 30K waterproof liner. That's better than we've seen from Gore-Tex and a lot of brands out there. Anything north of like 5, 6, 7K is waterproof. You just get that matched breathability. So I like that they're going above and beyond with the waterproofing and adding that in there. I think it's really cool. I'm really excited to see how this one stands the test of time. With that 30K breathability, 30K ventilation, you get a lot of that protection against the elements should you choose to keep it in the jacket. You can go ahead and zip up for a minute. So there you have it. The FlowTour, in my opinion, is the best offering I'm seeing for my riding, for a lot of riders I know out there when it comes to Leatt's new ADV line. But if you have any other questions, go ahead and click that info button. That's going to take you to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about this jacket. But if you still have questions after that, or if you have questions about the overall fit, reach out to our customer service agents. They're all riders. They're happy to help you get set up for your next ride. I want to thank you for joining Norman and I in checking out the all-new Leatt 7.5 FlowTour Jacket. I'm Pat, and I'll see you in the next video.